welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about what I ate on vacation in order to stay on plan and not gain weight. So my husband and I recently took a trip, as you might have seen some of my videos, to New Hampshire and Vermont. We had a wonderful, wonderful time just seeing the fall foliage up north. Great reprieve from the Florida sun. So how did I approach this? What did I eat on vacation in order to maintain my weight loss? If you've watched my channel, if you're new, you may not know, but I'm on a 103-pound weight loss journey. So it was really important to me to maintain my progress going into this vacation. So I think it's definitely beneficial to establish ahead of time if you're going to stay on plan and kind of arm yourself for doing just that. So, excuse me. So before we ever left the house, I already determined that I would let myself have a few treats, that I would be indulging in some New England clam chowder because, you know, when you're in New England, you have to have clam chowder, right? But that I would minimize any desserts or anything significantly extra. So I already had it firmly planted in my mind that I would walk the straight and narrow, that I would do the best I could, lots of fruits and veggies as much as possible, and lean meats as usual. But I would allow myself to have some treats. So that was my line of thinking going into the vacation, right? So that said, we had all of our suitcases packed, we were ready to go, and I already decided that, you know what, sometimes, you have a lot of time to spend at the airport. You get there maybe a little bit early, and you may get hungry on the flight, etc. And sometimes the snacks that they provide are less than ideal for, weight loss. So I packed a couple little Ziplocs of the pretzel sticks, and I packed a couple bananas. Actually, I wound up having 3 bananas in my carry-on bag. And I asked my husband, do you really feel like it's necessary to bring all of these bananas? However, I will tell you that those bananas came in handy. It's kind of funny to think about that I carried these bananas with me, but I did have one at the airport, and I did have one right when we landed in Boston. So they came in handy. So preparation. All right, so let's go into what did we eat for breakfast. In all of the hotels that we stayed in, they had a continental breakfast, which was pretty decent actually. And as you know, if you've been watching my channel, you know my standard breakfast. I have a cup of coffee and I have an egg and a banana every day, every day. And that's pretty much what I ate there as well. That's what I ate. So breakfast was kind of, already established there. Now I will tell you that it was cold there. It was colder. It was moderately warm for their area, but colder for us Floridians. So here and there, I did have another cup of coffee, sometimes a decaf or sometimes a regular if I needed to pick me up, but generally the second cup was a decaf. At any rate, I had cream and sugar, so that was additional, so that's more points. So I was a little worried. I didn't weigh myself, of course, the whole 7 days that we were away. I was a little worried that I might gain a little bit from that. However, I thought, because of vacations in the past, that the amount of activity and the hiking and all of that we did would kind of balance things out. So yeah, I did have some extra coffee, so extra calories there. Now, what did we have for lunches? Let me just tell you, we were in some very rural areas in the mountains, and there's not a Chick-fil-A, anywhere in sight, actually. I don't think we ate at Chick-fil-A one time, maybe at the airport, but that's it, but certainly not when we were in the mountains. So we learned that you had to bring food with you because we would just go out exploring and going to various parts of the national forest, and there is nothing. There is nothing there. So we went to the grocery store. We got some apples and bananas and some little containers of applesauce and little peach containers, and some plastic spoons. And we also got some pretzel sticks and some of the Angie's Boom Chick Pop popcorn. So we kind of had fruit and pretzels, and of course we got a big case of water. So that really came in handy. So that was kind of what we ate for lunch. Some days we did have lunch, but usually it wound up being very late. The one day we kind of stumbled upon this place. We thought it was in the mountains, directly across from this beautiful lake. And I got so excited. My husband and I were like, well, maybe we can get some sort of a snack there, because we were really getting hungry. It was late afternoon. And then we were overjoyed to know that they made homemade chili. So we had that for lunch. It was like we struck gold. Something warm on a cold day. It was awesome. So we had chili that day, which, point-wise, that was very good too. I have to think that because the weather was colder in general, that, our bodies kind of had to burn some extra calories to keep warm. We had layers on, layers and layers, and that's definitely something that we don't typically have. So, yeah, so those are lunches. Now, dinners, we had lots of salads. Yeah, I will tell you a funny story about the hotel we stayed in Vermont regarding dinners. But typically, we had, like the one night I had a baked haddock with stuffed crab meat and a special sauce. I am pretty sure that had a lot of points. However, that was my treat. So the wonderful thing about Weight Watchers is, their motto is everything is on the table. You certainly can, and I am sure I had a lot of weekly points to dip into. So I really wasn't worried about my points that way. But typically I try to do lean meats and salad, maybe with a light Italian dressing or something like that. Now, funny story about the hotel we stayed in Vermont. You might have seen my little tour of that hotel. Very nice hotel. However, for such a nice place, you might think that they offered dinner free and with the cost of the room. Monday through Friday. So we thought, oh, that's wonderful. We stayed 2 nights there. I have to say the dinners were a little less than stellar. The first night, the offerings were hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill, but they had a beautiful, beautiful salad bar. So I had a hamburger and I had a very nice salad. Actually, I think I went back for a little bit more salad. So, yes, I had a hamburger, and I put yellow mustard on it, which is 0 points, which is fine. I definitely wasn't going to do a hot dog. Hot dogs and me do not agree. So, but yeah, so that was a little disappointing the first night. The second night, my husband and I debated, should we go and try to find a restaurant? But we already paid so much for this hotel and it's included, we kind of went back and forth. We had a very busy day out exploring that day. So we said, you know what, let's just stay in and we'll eat whatever. We'll make the best of it, right? We'll eat whatever they are serving. Well, funny thing, what they're serving was barbecue pork. I have to say, and then they had the beautiful salad bar again, which I really majored on the salad bar more so, but I did have some of the barbecue pork and it was very good, I have to say. We do not eat a lot of pork, but I did have that. I just felt like I needed something warm and some meat, so that was okay. So yeah, that was our funny dinner story. You never know what you're gonna find for dinner, for food in general, when you're vacationing, and especially when you're in remote areas. So, we made the best of it. So in summary, from our vacation, I would say the common denominator was we ate light, we did not overindulge in desserts, and we were extremely, extremely active. We just were on the go, definitely more than usual. So I would say that
sums up how I was able to come back, and I actually was just the same as when I left. So it was pretty amazing. I was kind of bracing myself for a 1 to 2 pound gain, which I would have been okay with that. We're on vacation. But I was delighted to know that I had maintained. So that's what I would suggest is planning, and just staying on plan. Keeping your eating habits pretty much the same, because otherwise you will see a change and it won't be the change you want. In case you're wondering, I had to change positions with the camera because you would not believe the interruptions that I had. I had a woodpecker banging on my glass. My husband came home, and then the storage on my phone, because I just downloaded a new update on my phone. I had to create more storage. So there's always so much going on. But comment below if you got something out of this, how I actually maintain my weight on vacation. And I will see you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.